Have you ever stopped mid-scroll and thought, wait a second, was that my choice? Or did the algorithm decide for me? That playlist on Spotify, that show Netflix just knew you'd binge, that product Amazon put right in front of you, was it you? Or was it AI pulling the strings behind the curtain? Today we're going to explore the hidden influence factor of AI, how artificial intelligence shapes decisions we think are our own. And trust me, once you see how deep this influence runs, you'll never look at your For You page the same way again. Setting the stage. Decision-making isn't what it used to be. Let's start with a little honesty. We've always been influenced. Billboards on the highway, catchy jingles on TV, the friend who swore, "This is the best burger you'll ever eat." But here's the difference. Those influences were broad strokes. They weren't tailored to your late-night browsing habits, your guilty pleasures, or the way you hesitate right before clicking buy. AI, on the other hand, doesn't throw paint at the wall. It works with a scalpel, precise, subtle, and unbelievably fast. It studies your clicks, your pauses, your swipes, even your tone of voice with voice assistants. And then, without you noticing, it starts nudging you. The subtle art of the nudge. Here's the thing, AI rarely forces. It nudges. Netflix doesn't order you to watch Stranger Things. It just puts it in the first row, framed in neon. TikTok doesn't demand your attention. It just feeds you that exact mix of funny, weird, and oddly relatable clips you can't stop scrolling. Amazon doesn't scream, "Buy this now." It shows customers like you who already bought it. And the craziest part? Most of these nudges feel natural. You think, oh yeah, I did want that. But did AI quietly tilt the scales? Why it works. The brain-AI tango. Let's get a little nerdy for a second. Human brains are wired for shortcuts. Psychologists call them cognitive biases. We're drawn to what's familiar. We're swayed by what's popular. We're lazy when faced with too many choices. AI doesn't just know this. It weaponizes it. Recommendation systems learn your comfort zone and keep you there. They exploit the paradox of choice by narrowing your options so you feel in control, even when the range is pre-filtered. And honestly, it feels good. That's why it works. Everyday examples. You might not notice. Let me paint a few everyday scenes, and you tell me if they sound familiar. Music. You plan to listen to one specific artist, but Spotify auto-played a new track, and now it's on repeat. Shopping. You were only buying toothpaste, but that frequently bought together bundle got you adding mouthwash and floss. News. Your feed shows headlines that match your beliefs, and you scroll thinking, yeah, exactly what I thought. None of these feel forced. Yet, they're small pivots guided by AI, steering you just a little closer to what it predicts will keep you engaged, or spending. The good, the bad, and the weird. Now, it's not all doom and gloom. Let's be fair. The good AI saves time. Personalized feeds mean less searching, more finding. It can introduce you to music, books, or even people you'd never discover on your own. In medicine, AI-assisted decisions can literally save lives by catching what doctors might miss. The bad echo chambers. When AI only shows you what you already agree with, you stop seeing other perspectives. Consumer manipulation. You end up buying things you didn't need. Dependency. Without recommendations, some people feel lost. The weird. Ever notice when an ad feels like it read your mind? You were just thinking about running shoes and suddenly they're everywhere. Creepy or convenient? That blurred line is where the hidden influence really lives. Who's in control, really? Here's a question worth asking. If AI knows you better than you know yourself, who's in the driver's seat? Think about YouTube's autoplay. You planned for one video before bed, but 2 hours later, you're watching a documentary about ancient civilizations narrated by someone in a basement studio. That wasn't the plan, but AI extended your attention span without asking permission. Control hasn't disappeared, it's just shifted. You still have the power to say no, to click away, to delete the app, but most of the time, you don't. Why? Because the suggestions feel natural, convenient, frictionless. A quick tangent. The illusion of choice. You know that feeling when you're at a restaurant, and the menu's so long you end up asking the waiter what's good? That's the illusion of choice. We think we're deciding, but really we're outsourcing the decision. AI does this at scale. It narrows infinite options into a handful that look like they're yours. But the filter was invisible. That's the illusion. And it works on us every single day. Hidden influence in big decisions. So far, we've talked about everyday stuff, songs, videos, products. But let's scale it up. Hiring. Companies now use AI screening tools to filter resumes. That means your career path might depend on how an algorithm rates your wording. Loans and credit. AI decides who gets approved, shaping financial futures. Politics. Campaigns use data-driven AI ads to micro-target voters with laser precision. These aren't casual nudges anymore. These are life-shaping decisions where AI's hidden influence can tilt opportunity, fairness, even democracy. Can we outsmart it? Now, you might be wondering, can we fight back? Can we resist the invisible hand of AI? Yes and no. Yes, comma, because awareness is a shield. When you know you're being nudged, you can pause and ask, is this really my choice? But no, because the system thrives on subtlety. It's designed to be seamless, invisible, almost impossible to pinpoint in real time. Think of it like trying to notice gravity. It's everywhere, but you only see its effects. Why this matters right now. We're living in a time where AI's influence is growing exponentially. From smart cars that brake before you react, to social media feeds tuned to your dopamine hits, to chatbots writing text that feels eerily human. Yeah, looking at myself here. The line between decision support and decision control is getting thinner. And with AI integrated into almost every app, device, and service, the question isn't whether AI is influencing you. It's how much and whether you even notice. So is AI making decisions for you? The honest answer? Not entirely. You're still in charge, but you're being steered. Sometimes for your benefit, sometimes for profit, and sometimes in ways you'll never fully see. The hidden influence factor isn't about robots taking over. It's about tiny, almost invisible nudges that add up to big shifts in how we live, think, and choose. So here's my challenge for you. Next time you hit play, swipe, or click add to cart, pause for a second. Ask yourself, was that me? Or was it AI whispering in my ear? Because the scariest influence isn't the one we resist, it's the one we never notice.